Trial of Ascension Hard for the Dark Element. I'm going to tell you the easy free-to-play teams to use to beat all 20 floors of TOA Hard. If you end up liking this video, hit the sub button, hit the like button, hit that bell ding-a-ding thing so you know when I post a video. Let's go, baby. Alright, first and foremost, you need to know what you need. Preferably, you need a buff remover. This can be from your summoner or any kind of monster. But because this is Dark Element, it's very hard to do that. You need a heal block for sure. Block beneficial effect is huge. And you need a healer. Unless you're Kina, then you can bring anybody else. Unfortunately, the only dark monster that is 3 or 4 stars for free to play that can remove buffs is Dark Surprise Box, a 2-star monster, which you can use. Level that up if you want, but I'm not going to have you waste resources on a 2-star monster. The very first free-to-play monster that you should bring. This is for every floor 1 through 20. Dark Heart Magician Viva Shell. She is your healer. She will heal a single target, remove a harmful effect from allies around that target, and then heal those allies again except for the original target. So it's technically an AoE heal. And in certain situations, you can use her second skill, Mediation, which lowers the attack of all enemies and gives your team a defense buff. I'll showcase that. Her passive is really good against bosses, and her ultimate on Soul Link is very good as well. Now for your heal block and damage dealer, one and the same, and that is Dark Amazon Mara. She has a heal block on both skills, so you can keep her off of Soul Link, and she will keep heal block up for the majority as long as it lands. She's going to be your main damage dealer. And last but not least, a 3-star who is your frontline tank and can apply block beneficial effects. And that is Dark Living Armor Zinc. When the game first came out, Zinc was my MVP to clear TOA. I got stronger, I hardly ever used them, but now he's back. You can have him off Soul Link using both skills, or you can put him on Soul Link if that block beneficial effect is crucial, and just spam that 4 mana cost skill. With those 3 monsters, you can pretty much beat the whole TOA. Couple certain situations where you can change things out, but I'll show you in this pre-recorded TOA Hard video. We're going to start at floor 14 because that's when the difficulty gets boosted. Floor 14 is the Wind Mermaid and Light Harg stage. The main key to this is applying block beneficial effect and also heal block. But the big issue is that Wind Mermaid applies a heal block and a second debuff to your allies. So you keep Dark Amazon and Dark Living Armor off of Soul Link and just focus on Viva Shell, Cleanse, and Heal. The big thing is saving your mana for when Wind Mermaid does her thing. You will need to use Viva Shell in order to cleanse these off, especially the heal block. But you don't need to do it prematurely. It's all about mana conservation. As you see, the Wind Mermaid and Light Dova do not do much damage. But over time, with a heal block, you can die. So you just need to make sure to get that heal block off and heal your ally to full before the next heal block comes. Once the mermaid is dead, you just move over to Harg and it makes it super easy just with the heal block. And you got floor 14 done. Easy peasy. Floor 15 is your mysterious giant seal boss. You can bring Dark Heart Magician and 2 3-stars that do damage over time. Dark Garuda, and you can literally pick whoever you have built. Just make sure they have damage over time. And I brought Mantura. I had a lot of stacks of bleed and poison from those two. But just dodge out of the way of stupid stuff. Don't get hit by red big circles, obviously, and you got yourself a win. Floor 15 down. Floor 16, this is the Light Vampire Hunters and the Dark Raven stage. Really, all you do in this stage is just bring your best dark monsters you have. The tankier the better, but you're going to need some damage dealer as well. And I say just bring any of your best dark monsters because there's really no mechanics to this. It's literally about just surviving. If you can't survive past the initial damage from Light Vampire Hunters and then the 4 Ravens with Dark Raven as well, then you're just not ready to beat TOA Hard Dark Element. But before you go into the second wave of this fight, make sure you have all skills off of cooldown and as much mana as possible. Once you get here, you want to kill the little ravens first. Don't worry, you're probably going to die. At least one monster is going to die. But once you kill all the dark ravens, this is when you can substitute anybody that's dead. Make sure that it's a strong front line or a high HP monster. And then just try to keep your team up with Dark Heart Magician as much as possible. One thing to note with all of this TOA Hard Dark Tower is nothing can be defense broken. So it's going to take you probably a little bit longer to beat these things. So being tanky and having survivability is huge. But like I said, you don't really need any specific debuffs. Just bring your best dark monsters you have. If you can stay alive with all the HP destroy, you won't have a problem. Floor 17 is the immunity healer provoke stage. There's really no damage coming out from the enemies, so you don't really need to soul link your healer. The big key to this is making sure you get block beneficial effect up with zinc and then getting that heal block off as quick as possible, especially for the second wave. Once you get to this second wave, focus straight on Beetle Knight. He's going to provoke you anyway. So what you need to do, you will have to remove the immunity buff. And immediately after you do that, you need to use Zinc's second skill to apply the block beneficial effect. Once you do that, you need to keep that up, but you need to make sure your Dark Amazon applies that heal block. At this point, you are good. Because once that heal block falls off, the heals are crazy and he's already back up to 93%. So the best thing, in my opinion, to do is use Zinc on Soul Link once. Then you switch to Dark Amazon Mara and make sure you use that heal block to apply. If you have an ultimate, switch to Dark Heart Magician and then switch back to Zinc, apply block beneficial effect, switch back to Dark Amazon, apply that heal block. You will know it lands if the debuff blinks. That's how you confirm it, that you have the certain amount of time to switch to your other monster and apply that debuff again. And it's rinse and repeat, you got plenty of time. Once Beetle Knight's dead, you do the same thing to every single howl on the floor. Once you get down to that last howl, you can definitely take that sigh of relief because it's annoying as heck. Floor 18 is pretty easy, it's the Dark Sky Dancer floor. Now, if they stack up their attack buffs, especially in the second wave when there's 4 of them, they can do some damage. However, with this team, it's pretty awesome what they can do. With the attack downs, the block beneficial effects, and the heal block, you just single target them down one by one. The AoE attack down and the AoE defense buff from Viva Shell is huge. This will limit the damage that's going to be coming out from Sky Dancers. Again, the second wave, you got to deal with 4 of them. The one thing to note, sometimes the Sky Dancers like to go to your back line and try to snipe one out, especially your damage dealer Mara. So just make sure to always have your team follow you and just get them grouped up every once in a while. You want Zinc to take the majority of the damage. What I personally like to do is I'll put Dark Heart Magician, Viva Shell, and Soul Link, use her heal when I need it, and if I don't need a heal, then I will use the AoE defense buff and the lower attack. Now, because we can't defense break these monsters, it takes a lot longer on these stages. So just be patient and keep your rotation up. Floor 19 is super annoying, especially with what you have as free to play. Just make sure to use Dark Heart Magician and keep your team at full. You don't want to spam her heal cleanse. You don't want to be stunned. Just use it when you need it. When one person gets half health, use the heal. On the second wave, focus on the Wind Occult Girl first. You don't want that skill deceleration on your team. Once she's dead, then go single-handedly kill these Cobalt Bombers. The bombs don't do much damage. The biggest thing is the stun from them and the AoE attacks from Light Occult Girl and the Cobalt Bombers. Get out of these circles quickly. They can screw you up. Rinse and repeat, get to the Occult Girl, block beneficial effect, and it's GG, no problem. And floor 20, this is the Entura stage. The biggest thing about this boss is just provoking him. So he gets the unremovable defense buff off of him. Once you provoke him, the purple defense buff goes away. You bring a healer, you bring a damage dealer, and you just kill it before the 10 minutes is up. Main thing is keeping the provoke on. This will speed up the process. You can obviously bring anybody for the provoke. I brought 3-star Dark Golem Maggie, just because I had him built already. And it's a 2 mana cost skill, so why not? It's easy. But there's plenty of provokers for Dark Element. Jubel, one of the top 4 stars for Siege Tower. Build him anyway. For that, you can use him here. Basalt if you want to provoke plus some extra heals. The heals aren't great, just be aware of that. You can even bring in Crawler, who has a 2 mana cost provoke as well. Or you can bring in one of your OP dark units that gives summon Ragdoll. Just keep the provoke up and it's easy. That's it for today's video. Just wanted to showcase Dark TOA Hard. If you end up liking this video, sub, like, ding ding bell. I'll see you in the next one. Peace!